Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Obviously, we are right next to a road, right here, okay? You can see it. This is where we parked. Behind me here, back down the hill, is Mammoth Creek. I want to start this here because it's to prove a point of how close you can park to this locality. Let's walk down here and I'll tell you what today's all about. This location is in Dixie National Forest, and you can see the car right back there. And if we turn around, right down there is Mammoth Creek. Now, Mammoth Creek is a place that we went to last year, right about this time. So it's been about 1 year. Now, this location is not accessible in the wintertime. Like, snow's like yay high, right? It's snowy. So we've had a summer and we're coming into spring. It's accessible now. And if you believe the people on the internet, if you share a location, well, it's going to be picked clean and it's going to be filled with garbage. So we're coming down here to do a little bit of an audit on this locality. You can get agates, chalcedony chunks with dendrites. It's good material. It's good. It's plentiful, or at least it was. So if you believe the people on the internet, I guess technically I'm a person on the internet. Do you believe me? There should be a bunch of garbage, like beer cans, food wrappers, trash, and there shouldn't be a single rock left. So me and Sarah here, we're gonna come down here and we're gonna walk the creek. We got some boots today. Dog is at home, and we'll see what we come up with. I'm seeing some, Sarah's looking for one right there. You can see how accessible it is. Cars right there. The thing that makes this location hard for a lot of people is the elevation. We are at 10,000 feet up here, and well, for you sea level livers, that's hard. That's hard to walk around. Not us anymore. Let's go down here and find some agates.
Less than an hour, maybe 50 minutes.
What Sarah just said. We're an hour from I-15. We're near Cedar Break National Monument. Zion is over here. Bryce Canyon, all that stuff. I mean, this is very accessible, right? The only downside for people will be walking up that little hill. Okay, so far, I see no trash anywhere. No trash whatsoever. Just beautiful aspen up here. Any garbage yet, Sarah?
No.
All right.
I mean, people came here. You got a couple reports.
That is true, yeah.
And obviously those
number of people came here and they did not bring their garbage from their house and leave it, as far as I can tell. I see something white over there, though. I wonder if that's wood or a very white rock. We'll find out. I believe right there is an agate. Look at that. Oh, you know what we forgot at the car?
What? A bucket.
Buckets.
Look at all these butterflies.
Look at that. Isn't that a pretty thing? And this was on the first rock that I stepped on right here. Not bad.
There's so many little butterflies in here, see?
I know nothing of a butterfly or moths. That's maybe like, what, ½ inch? And kind of blue purple?
Yeah.
Maybe somebody could tell us. Look at that.
Yeah, that's interesting. Very red in there.
There's two. Which one of us is going to go back for buckets?
I'll go back and get the bucket.
Oh, you volunteered.
Yeah, I briefly had service and I got a message, so.
One of the things from last year was, well, I came up here and we found all this material, and the new lapidary shop, my shop, had not, slippery, had not been completed yet. So that was a little bit of a bummer for me. I didn't get to cut and polish a bunch of this stuff. So we're going to be picking some of these up and seeing how they are all cut and polished. I mean, I kind of know already, but the ones that we're finding today, we'll take them back, we'll cut them, We'll polish them. I see another one right down here. That's pretty. A little too small. Is that garbage? What's that? No, that's just a rock. Got one there. Whoa. This is a location where it pays to have some grippy boots. There's one. There's one. And there's one. Let's look at this guy here. That's got a lot of meh spots on it. There's a little one. There's two right there. You can really see that wildland fire smoke popping off there. There's a white one right there, which that's a little iffy. Here's one right here. That's going to have a bunch of dendrites in it. We'll take that.
You see this one?
Slippery rocks.
Yeah, they're really slippery. This one, but who knows? It's all covered.
Oh, hey.
Just got that little bit showing.
Not bad.
Too early.
Last time I did a video like this, where I was like, let's kind of go audit a location, people left a lot of, I guess, anecdotal claims about, oh, this spot got blown up and now it's destroyed, whatever that means by their definition. And we have publicly gone to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of locations that are verifiable on video over years and years and years. And I have not found a single location destroyed by rockhounds. The closest I would say we could come is Little Glass Butte, but there's not trashed by rockhounds, but by like derelict junkies living in RVs, burning seats and stuff, which that's not a rockhound, is it? Might be a rockhounding locality, but it doubles as a locality for other activities. I got one right there. At least I'm waiting to see it. I'm waiting to see the rockhounds come out to a place like this and bring their old gross mattress. I just don't see it happening. Okay.
I think you could.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a clear one. Maybe that doesn't count. There's another one.
I mean, they're just like all over up here.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, not big, but kind of big.
That one's a little opaque, but it qualifies as a chalcedony chunk. So does that one. Here's another one. That one's got some pretty little dendrites in it and some color, but it is also on the smaller side. I'd like something that I could slab up. I think I see a keeper right here. What do you think? Oh yeah. That's a nice one. I got a keeper here for the bucket. What do you got there? Oh yeah, there's one. I see a couple just near you.
Yeah.
That's one right by Sarah behind her. What else we got in here?
This one, it's all dry, I think.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, got a bunch right here.
One, two. It is nice, unlike some other locations in Utah, coming here, things are, if they're going to be fractured, they're already fractured by tumbling down the creek. That one could be pretty. We'll leave it though. And there's another one, and there's one. How's this for an agate? Have some dendrites in there. That one's too big, and well, you can see it's been sitting up here for a while. They must be doing airdrops again on that wildland fire. Got a big one right here. Ugh. That one could clamp well in the saw.
Here's one. Here's one.
That's a little... This is probably what I would not take, but it's a little opaque.
That one right there.
Oh yeah, that one's kind of packed with...
Yeah, I don't want to touch it. Hard to tell if there's any color in it, so...
Well, I also see 1, 2, 3, 4... I see 4 walking to you. Where is it?
I put it down.
This guy?
Yeah.
Let's see, what do you think? I think it needs washing, for one. What do you think?
It looks kind of grayish, not too exciting.
I think some of these rocks right here are where we high graded last year.
Oh, really?
And they're still here. And I know that because I'm laying a track with my GPS, and this is as far as we got last time, which that's funny that I was like, here's a pile of agates, and they're still here. You can see that right there. There's one, and there's one. To be completely honest with you, I was kind of expecting zero garbage and lots and lots of chalcedony and agate chunks here still. One thing that's good to point out about this type of area, if we do see trash, people ride snowmobiles up here in the winter, and you know, obviously that is also a source of trash out here. But I'm stepping on an agate. You'll just have to trust me on some of these here. Dang, yeah, there's just a lot. These ones that one's got good color. It's kind of like the first one that I found, where you're like, it's very, I don't know, got that like Tyndall blue gray effect to it. Maybe we'll take this one home and cut it. That one's asking to be cut. Look at that color in there. Get it wet. Yeah. I think I'll leave that other one I just picked up and I'll take this one. That's more conducive to cutting in the saw.
That's very colorful.
That is. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh. That one might be worth cutting. We might have to high grade our pile already. I'll go wet this one. There's like 5 there. There's a big one right there.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to get to water that's not gross. I keep seeing these things.
We'll have to come out in another year because I feel like the amount we're finding will convince more people to come out and we'll be like, 2-year update.
2-year update. That one's pretty good. That one will stay. This one, however, that could come back. So it's not too hot out here right now. You can see Sarah over there, long pants, long sleeve. Same as me. I actually have a hood up and a hat and sunblock. It is 60-ish, 65 today. But what people fail to understand up here, which I've learned, is higher elevation, cooler air temperature, but you're still getting like a UV index of like 11, and you will just like get hot, dehydrate, and fry. It feels like very different. The temperature feels really different. Let's do a little hydrating, see what we got here. I got a little water. I feel like that's a good one that should be cut. That one's pretty. That one's also good for clamping in the saw. That one's a little plain, but maybe you should cut it as an example. Am I not actually hydrating anything? That's also a pretty rock. Well, yeah. So those are the 6 rocks that we've picked up so far, which is not bad. That's a decent little selection. I don't even know how many I've counted or how many I stepped on and didn't count or didn't realize or see. Do you want to look at our rocks so far? I think what we've picked up so far are fairly good. You got one there?
No. Well, yeah, but it's not good. Look how red that one is.
There we go. That one's very red. What do you think?
I mean, I don't really have too strong of opinions on all that. It's hard to tell. It's all dirty, so.
Yeah. I think you guys are kind of catching the drift of what it's like to be out here. I'm just going to mentally count over the next 50 yards or so. Sarah will count as well. And I will report back with what our count is.
One.
And I'll go maybe on the other side. Oh, you found one?
Yeah.
I'll go on the other side and we'll kind of divide and conquer, I think. I walked up about 50 yards and through a section that's particularly slow, and now it's getting fast again. So we have all this algae growth on these, and I found 11 good ones and probably 30 non-good ones. How many did you find, Sarah?
I mean, including pretty small ones, I got to 30.
I found 11 good ones and probably 30 dinky ones in the creek.
Yeah, that's about right. So what was that, 5 minutes, 3 minutes?
Yeah. And I was walking through a section that was in particularly mucky, slowed down a lot.
Yeah, I hit some grass, so it wasn't pure rock.
I mean, there's some right in here.
There's a lot right in here.
I'm going to take a break in this shady spot. I think if somebody's ever thinking of moving to Utah, the video like this could convince them. This is, 40 minutes from where we live?
About, yeah.
It's very nice.
Here, you should look at this one in situ.
Oh, hey.
But I think it's kind of big.
That would fit in the saw, the new saw. The new old saw.
This might not be from the last year.
What do you got?
Garbage.
Oh, you do have garbage. Let's see. Was that opened with a church key? I don't know. Maybe it's pull tab?
Yeah.
It's pull tab. I used to have a chart that showed how old cans and stuff were, and we could have looked at it. I don't know. Maybe somebody will tell us when did pull tabs go away? Maybe they're out here rockhounding and
Drinking their vintage soda?
yeah. Is this old enough to where you're supposed to leave it?
Yeah, is it a relic?
Is it? Yeah, that's a good question.
I feel like it is. Isn't the time?
I don't know.
The time on that's pretty lower than you would expect.
I guess I leave it? I'll leave it.
Is this the other side from that lid? Looks
Maybe.
like a match.
Maybe. Yeah, how old are pull tabs? That's a good question.
I've never I can't remember seeing one in my lifetime, so I feel like pretty old.
70s? 60s? I think it's fair to say that sharing locations does not blow up said location, and it is not going to get trashed as the internet experts lead you to believe, and it's not going to get picked over either. What do you think, huh? Have I made my case? I think it's about time that we wrap this up out here in the field and we head back into the shop. We cut some of these rocks on my newly restored, beautiful Spartan saw, and we check them out. Are these agates really better than the Yellowstone River? Well, you're going to have to stay tuned and find out. We are back from Mammoth Creek, and this is what we took back. Obviously, you saw the video, everybody. There's a lot of material out there, and we did not even make much of a dent in it out there. But I think we have a decent little selection, you know, like we saw a lot, picked up some, left those things, you know, picked up different things. And there's certainly some interesting material to be found out there. This one, obviously, we cut it, and you know, I kind of like I don't know, I guess the roughness of them, but that also is kind of nice because they are river tumbled or creek tumbled.
Yes,
creek tumbled. So it's, you know, you're getting something good, right? And this one has some nice color to it. And I was curious, though, if this color is the actual color or if you're just seeing that due to the thickness of it. So I did take a relatively thin slab. You want to get that guy wet there? There we go. Okay, so we have... That's kind of more the true color. It's not really that like deep blue, but we do have lots of little dendrites in there. You know, it's a very nice piece of meat. You can see my hand changing the color of it. It's a nice piece for sure. And, you know, I think it goes to show that just because you recommend a location or share a location, it doesn't mean that it's going to be picked over and destroyed. If you ask me, this locality is far greater than many others, and it has been printed in books for a long time. You know, definitely like the early 2000s. So, you know, like 2.5 decades, 2 decades of people going out there, and there's still a ton of prevalent material. I didn't really care for that one. I cut that and I was like, yeah, let's cut another one, a darker one.
Yeah, I think cut a little further might be darker, but that one's pretty good.
Yeah, I thought that came out pretty good. Well, lots of interesting stuff out there. You know, you can see we have the dendrites in that one. That one would look good cut. That's a little bit almost more like, reminds me of Brian Head formation. Hold! I got a Brian Head rock over here. Keep in mind that, you know, this isn't too terribly far, but we can kind of see here, right? Like, you know, the similarities between them, and I'm happy with it. What did you think of Mammoth Creek? Like, you've gone there 3 times now.
Yeah, it's a good spot. It's good for, you know, there's a lot of stuff out there.
It's pretty.
It's very pretty, quiet, right off the road though. So yeah, it's a good spot. If any spot deserves to be picked over, I mean, it doesn't deserve to be, but if any spot is going to be accessible, it's that.
I think, you know, it's important to not collect too much for a number of reasons. First off, you're never going to get to it. It takes a long time to slab all this stuff up. And why pick up something that you're going to leave in a bucket, you're going to die, and your like widow is going to have to reach out to the rock club and pawn off all of your load onto them. There's just no point in that. You know, the whole process of slabbing up rocks, you know, making these things, doing something with them is time consuming. And most people do not have a solid free 40 hours a week to play with rocks.
Even if you did slab all the stuff, what are you going to do? You're going to make cabs upon cabs, and then, great, now you have display of cabs that you're not using, and then same thing, same fate as the Rock.
I would be willing to do that if you promised to wear them all at the same time. So like a cab, like a cab on each finger, and how many chains could we put on you? How many pendants would you be willing to wear? Between 100?
I think you'd have to make like a fabric out of it, like a chain.
Yeah, there you go. You could just be like a all stone everything.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, everybody, thank you for coming along, hanging out with us out at Mammoth Creek. I would recommend that location. Be forewarned, though, that you are not going up there in the wintertime. It is both under snow and the road's closed. They closed that road.
Yeah.
But if you have a snowmobile and a shovel, hey, I guess have at it. Have at it.
I don't know. Probably ice. It's
Yeah,
pretty
that's
hard.
true.
Even maybe a pick.
Sure, there you go. Year-round access if you're motivated. Let me know your thoughts. You think that's good? I think it's pretty good. I like the color in it. The color is nice. It's fun. All right, everybody. Y'all take care. Head over to Patreon. There's links down below to things, and I'll catch you in the next video.